driver, if I will also be honest with you, we live in Nigeria when we know that there are strata in this country. I will even tell you that by that driver getting to that environment, he must know that he's going to a very important person place. By so doing, he can also choose.
I'm a Femi don't hang go. Sama baby, how are you doing? What are your thoughts?
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
See, everyone that have spoken here, you've all spoken very well. That I understand your angle, where you're coming from. And I must say that I agree with you to an extent too. Yes, no doubt, that honorable member is rude. Okay? One of the first signs of rude people, when they start asking you, do you know who I am? The moment you see them ask that question, do you know who I am? That explains a lot about their personality.
Oh,
don't get me wrong, we all have personalities, okay? But the Uber driver, I don't know, he's not Uber. Sorry, the driver.
I don't know what driver. Was he Uber?
I don't know what driver that is.
Driver.
I use Uber because Uber is what we know.
Yeah.
So now the driver, his parts, acted very smartly. The whole thing looked like it was really well played out, like it was a planned deal. Okay, don't get me wrong. Now, when you're making delivery, of course, even over here when people make deliveries, they will leave it by your doorstep, take a picture, and go their way. I understand it looked like it was dark on that video. Okay, it looked dark. One of the reasons, okay, security related issue. He may be afraid. Also considering people hear stories. He may have known whose house he was going, but he may have been afraid. One thing or the other. You guys have been hearing about gay going on social media. There's a lot going on, okay? Now, somebody asking you to bring their delivery inside. One thing is to politely tell somebody, okay, sir, for one or two reasons, I don't think I may want to come inside and bring it. Is there a way you can come outside and pick this up or send somebody to get it for you? I'm at the gate. And then the person insists, bring it inside. And then you don't feel comfortable. That's okay. Professional wise, these people, I don't know how the kind of training they give them before they start their services. You're supposed to be trained in a way to de-escalate issues, number one. Secondly, if you're not comfortable with certain things, you can call the people that sent you, the madam or whomever that gave you those things. Say, ma'am, look, I'm a bit uncomfortable with this. The person is insisting I bring it inside, and I'm not comfortable about it. The woman can be like, since it looked like an individual owned business, it didn't look like a company. Because if you could speak to the lady to report what is going on, it means that the driver, would also have access to reaching back to the woman to say, ma'am, okay, I don't feel comfortable going in. These are my reasons. And the woman can tell you, okay, go ahead and walk. I'll be on the phone. Go ahead and do your delivery. And then you can go ahead and deliver it hand to hand, since you are scared. We understand that part, okay? But he did not do that on his own way. We're talking about professionalism here. Let's say you don't want to return the thing you're about to deliver.
But majority of people in Nigeria.
But then you did not record. Let's say you even wanted to go and make deliveries. Like I said, people, when they make deliveries, they make a video. They take a picture and video. So on reaching there, you would have also started making your video. Upon getting there. After you call them, you start making your video upon arrival. That's where you start your video. Okay? That way, because it came as a half. And that guy, I would think, like I said earlier, that honorable member is rude, no doubt. But then the guy played on his intelligence. He took advantage of his ego. He took advantage of it. That is number one reason why he kept saying it. That is why, that was why he kept repeating it on the phone. You slapped me 3 times. I saw one. I heard only one. I didn't see the other 3. I didn't see the other 2. That's number one. Secondly,
the guy admitted to it. Maybe I saw it.
Don't get me wrong, like I'm saying.
Finish your point so I can bring somebody else. Finish your point, please. My sister up. Sorry. Do you want to say anything so I can bring? I'm going to close in the next 10 minutes. I have exactly 10 minutes left.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Make your last point. Samaria, hold on 1 second.
What I'm saying is, according to the video that I saw, this has everything to do with intimidation. And if the guy actually started,
are you a lawyer?
Before it came to that,
are you a lawyer?
But I read law. I studied law. Okay.
Where?
In Lagos State Polytechnic, I did my OND and my HND before I left Nigeria.
there's law in Polytechnic.
No, yeah, we studied. No, not. I don't know. I studied law. No, as in because I read banking and finance. When I was in my first year, we did law. Yeah, that's it.
I mean, you study law as a course.
I studied law.
Because there's what you call law of evidence. There's obtaining evidence.
Okay.
Anyway, my darling sister, thank you so much for your opinion. I appreciate you. You were not quarrelsome. You were not playing to the gallery. When you are playing to the gallery, you see, you need to understand. Please help me leave so I can. There are 50 people waiting to come, and I cannot bring more than another 3 or 4.
Okay.
Please, my darling.
Let me go down now.
Yes, please. So I'll bring somebody else. Samaria, you continue, Just hold your thought. I want to bring somebody else. Another guy. Oh, I should bring a babe. Because we have, but I'll just bring a guy, then after that I'll bring a babe. Now, I needed you guys to listen to something here. You see, once you have made up your mind and you have said the Honorable is 100% at fault, which we agree he is, but you are not hearing the side. Baba, you never see setup before for this life. God no let them. Baba, if they set you up like this.
Especially when they know you. Especially when they know you. They know you may be like that. They know you are a terrible person. They know.
Like me, knowing the power of a camera recording. You see, you also need to understand adrenaline. Once adrenaline is flowing in your system, you go to ginger. Baba, once they have you on camera, and some people will provoke you. So, you know what? Samaria, finish off, please. Just
so like to make it quick.
Because
to make it quick.
Round off.
Yeah, the Honorable was wrong. He shouldn't have raised a finger on that man for any reason. He displayed his full personality. He shouldn't have for any reason, no matter the level of trigger. Even if it was a setup, he fell for it. And like I rightly said, from the beginning of this, yes,
the Honorable has anger issues.
Exactly.
Abused his power.
Mm-hmm.
No, so listen, even if we are fighting, you see, because we are making a case against the bold, does not mean we are making a case for the Honorable.
Yeah,
that's what people are not understanding. The Honorable is 100% wrong.
Wrong. He did wrong.
Not 99%, 100. But we are explaining that what could have led to him being so wrong? Could the guy have been rude? Could there have been the possibility of a setup? Why was the guy's phone so quick to come out? How come the Uber driver knew exactly what to say to gather evidence? He's worrying. Look at me. You are slapping me. Yes, I'm slapping you. I put hand for it. I say, aha. You slapped me 3 times. Yes, I am the one. I am honorable. Do you understand?
He has his A1 personality.
Okay, Josh, you are here with us. Go ahead.
Hi, dear.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's quite interesting, and hi everyone as well. Apologies, I don't mean to be rude. Honestly, I'm quite impressed that Nigeria has gotten to a phase where we're having this kind of conversation. I tell you, 10 years ago, we wouldn't be having conversations about rights, about intimidation, ego. They will slap you, and things goes. You get what I mean? You know how things are in Nigeria. So Nigeria is getting to a state where we're not having, this kind of conversation because people are well educated now, and people are starting to, have orientation as regards to their human rights and how things are meant to be and whatnot. From what has been said so far, my own contribution would be that we cannot overemphasize on the importance of customer service. We cannot overemphasize. See, I like the fact that the narrative is out there. We can talk about what the guy has done wrong. We're talking about the representative or what. We can talk about that from today to tomorrow. It's just repeating the same thing. But I like the fact that we are looking at it from a different angle. And the truth still remains that there's nothing that's it's not a big deal. Someone says, okay, no problem, sir. Bring it to you. It's not going to cause any problem. Like, the reason why we are here today is because somebody feels that, who are you? Why should I? It wouldn't have been an issue if you say, okay, no problem, sir. I've come into your house. I'll drop this for you. So it then brings that question of why. So if you are smart like DF, if you have your own street credibility as well, you can now start thinking that why did it get to that level? Because it's yeah. So I understand the reason why because not everybody's going to come onto this call and try to be saying that guy. We already know that what happened, the slap so that's just repeating. But why did it get to that stage?
What led to it
Something
that
done
stage?
differently. Yeah, why? Why was it? Because for me in the UK, I'm based in the UK, and there's a lot of things. And I remember I used to work in the security industry, and if you work as a door supervisor, there's a lot of things you will experience that you need to understand how to de-escalate, especially as a black person. They will easily racially assault you, say a lot of stuff, and you must be ready to de-escalate and let
They
things
say
go.
your customer is always right,
Exactly.
regardless.
Even because at the end of the day, it saves
Installation.
you a lot of. So that's just my own point. I wouldn't, because you've got small time to go.
I don't listen to Samaria. That why hasn't he? I think someone was asking a question that okay, he shouldn't have gone in. Samaria asked that question. Samaria said, even if you feel unsafe about that, it's very simple for you. Why not call the major person that send you the errand? Explain the situation to her. Then
Exactly.
This is where professionalism comes in. If you receive a training on deliveries, because you will meet people on their bad days. Don't get me wrong. After all, if you ask me, I should be saying, "Oh, why must a man, lay a hand, blah blah blah, and want to tell men off?" No, but let's be sincere and honest here, okay? If you are well trained in your business and they send you on an errand, you don't even need to go there and start arguing with your customer. The moment you see that you guys are not going the same path, okay, get it over with. That's how it works. Don't get to the point where the person will even have to start laying a hand. People, all of you saying this, let me be honest with you. Like I said, don't get me wrong, the Honorable was wrong. I'm not in support of him. But we all have our anger issue. And the earlier we learn our anger, have anger management, the better for us. Because you could be you tomorrow. You may not know how to control your emotions in public or when you get pushed. Some of you say, this, all of them, woes on our girlfriends, on our wives. Now the woes on our wives. Now the woes on our house helps.
People don't really
your house help
understand.
go do, you go woes them. Your
people are
husband
not
go do, you
getting
go
the
woes them. Your wife
narrative
go
yet.
do, you go woes them. This is not to say that the man was right, but we need to learn how to manage our anger.
Yeah.
Now, I think Americans and people in the West generally are judging this from a partial bias. Uber in Nigeria is not the same as Uber in America. The kind of cars where they use Uber in Nigeria, if they buy person, they want control inside river, they don't use that kind of car, push them inside river. Now, an Uber driver in America is an Uber driver. He is not your staff. He is not your errand boy. You understand? And I'm also going to fault the senator there, expecting him to bring the thing up. The only conversation, the only one that may have been privy to is you call these people on the phone and you hear the way they talk to you. My daughter came here and said that 3 different times they don't shake me for him until she kept the guy for 6 minutes or something. Now I'm delaying you for 6 minutes. But then you brought a car that is blowing AC, like you give a straw to somebody that has asthma to be blowing the AC. And
they give them training.
You understand what I'm telling you?
Do they get trainings that they freeze? Are these guys trained or they just hire?
Is anybody in Nigeria, anybody at all trained?
that's
So
do they need to know if they undergo customer service?
Hold on, guys. If in Nwankwo made a statement, a UK Labour MP was suspended today for punching someone. Question of provocation was irrelevant to his suspension. Absolutely. You see, my problem with you is, how can we be saying something and you are not understanding? What? We are not saying the honorable is not 100% wrong.
Not wrong.
We are not making a case for the honorable to go unpunished. Listen, nobody's going to vacate. This honorable is going to get his well-deserved punishment. My only issue there is, if we can be broad-minded enough, I have dealt with the public and I have seen even against me. Let me tell you propaganda that they did against me. I am in the Court of Appeal. A whole newspaper, Punch newspaper, released one side of the story. One side of the story that happened a month prior. Just so you understand how narratives can be cooked in this part of the world. We went to Court of Appeal. I told the Court of Appeal that in my adultery suit, I told the Court of Appeal that I wasn't served, that they ran the case behind my back. The Court of Appeal actually agreed with me. But guess what the Court of Appeal said? They said they lacked the jurisdiction to try the case, that I should have gone back to report to the lower court, the same lower court that they ran me streets. Immediately, because we knew that there were going to be games. My lawyers are some of the smartest in the country. The moment they gave their ruling like this, the 24 hours we've served everybody Supreme Court process. Then one month later, the Punch newspaper comes and says Daddy Freeze loses appeal. How do I lose an appeal that's in it? Why have they not come to collect? Why have they not come to garnish my account and say this 5 million naira, we have come to take it? It's like people are dense. And everybody ran with the narrative, and I'm like, including one lawyer, one YouTube lawyer. I said, you are a lawyer. Do you understand that once a case is in the Supreme Court, do you know how many cases in Nigeria? You win in the lower courts. You go to appeal and lose, then you win again in Supreme Court. The full winning is that Supreme Court win. It's only after Supreme Court that you can say you've lost the case. There are some cases, I've forgotten which governorship case. The guy lost in lower court, lost in Court of Appeal, then won in Supreme Court. Who was that?
Uncle Demola.
Demola Adeleke. He lost in lower court, he lost in Court of Appeal, but won in Supreme Court. He's governor today. Now, when he lost in Court of Appeal, the people that are running around, that were running around and were shouting that he lost, they were playing to the gallery of the people, because they understand that the people cannot reason beyond a certain level. I have seen it. I woke up, I had to call the owners of Punch. I'm like, do you people have sense? How can you release such a biased half report? We are in, okay, if you had said that Daddy Freeze has lost in the Supreme Court, in the lower court, in the Court of Appeal, but has now proceeded, they left out that Supreme Court. The person that won the 5 million, why has he not come to my house to collect the 5 million? What, you know how easy it is to garnish somebody's account? You just get a yen from the court and they go to the account and collect 5 million there. You will see more than 5 million in my account. So I'll have just come one day and say, they don't debit my account 5 million. But because you people you see, they are swaying you with emotions.
Yeah.
They are swaying you with emotions. I'm saying, let us look at this thing from another angle. I am not saying the bold guy is at fault. I made a case. I said, look, we have all agreed 100% this senator guy, this House of Rep guy is wrong. No argument. But now I also want to share you my experience with Bolt drivers. I did not say all drivers. All my kids all like lag ride. You heard them all talk about lag ride. Lag ride is a beautiful experience. Out of 50 lag rides, I will have 3 that are bad. The remaining 47 will be good. If it is Bolt, out of 50, you have maybe 15 that are good, 5 that are manageable, 10,
the rest excellent.
10 that are irritating but you are tolerating, and then the rest will drive you up a wall, either with their behavior or their car or something else. My experience counts for something. Number 2, we don't know what happened before that phone came out. I'm not saying the senator is right too, but I'm saying it seems like something was, it's like to me, I may be wrong. Then all of a sudden, look at the way they were gathering evidence. As in, if that guy and my uncle for run outside, quickly beg the guys, Papa, because it was like he was going somewhere. there was, in my humble opinion, I could see something. And because I've been a victim before, how many people, do you know how many people were calling me at Daddy Freeze? Oh, they say you're going to pay 5 million. I'm like, do you know I was telling people on the phone that you must be stupid. Did you not hear that I'm in Supreme Court? Do you understand what some people don't, they run, you see, you also need to understand that Nigerians tend to lean towards the poorer person. Always
But that the
poorer person.
rich,
Let me tell you something.
rich,
From my experience, poor people can be wicked, though.
the rich, the suppression is
the people that have done the most wickedness to me in this life are poor people, though.
I agree.
Let me give you an example. As this Lekki is like this, they will catch you in somebody's house, say you thief Rolex. They go beat you small, whip you, carry you, give police. Ajegunle, you steal phone, they will put tire on your neck. Baba, poor man no get conscience. So I've seen a level of wickedness and a level of entitlement. So I'm looking at, the first thing is, oh, they cheated the guy, they cheated the guy. Yes, they cheated the guy. But something is not adding up. It's a bit funny. I'm now looking at the other aspect of the guy. But you are not willing to look like that because your own is, you have picked the best. Just remember that it's very easy to convince a crowd. They brought back Barabbas and they brought Christ. And the crowd chose Christ, the innocent. In this case, this man is not innocent, but just understand crowd mentality. Yeah. You're all talking about in America. Well, lie to lie, the car that they use do Uber for Nigeria cannot pass MOT in any country that is westernized. Even Iraq, Uber for Nigeria, no fit pass MOT there. Afghanistan, our motor no fit pass MOT for Afghanistan. Meanwhile, like, they use about a live story. I think.
But at the point, made these people way rich. Made them take and judge how they take intimidate people when no get money.
No, we are.
I'm going to try on this abuse of power is too much.
Amara is two sides.
The fact that man kept saying, "Do you know who I am? I'm going to do this to you. I'm going to do that to you." That's a lot. It speaks volume about his personality.
Amara, let me tell you on the normal. You see that guy, that driver. He will do that down or able to do. In an average mentality is once they are in their hood, they want to ask
brother, Josh, please mute your mic.
You see, an average Nigerian mentality, if you are in their hood, they want to prove their power. It's not only the rich that does that, even the poor, they also oppress themselves. So my own case is let the poor know how to behave decently. Let the rich as well know how to behave decently. And we should understand that offering service in Nigeria is different from offering service in America, in Canada. Sometimes going extra mile to get something done can actually de-escalate a lot of issues. You should learn to be diplomatic in certain situations. Everything is not gas goes.
I want to ask you a question. This thing that this person typed now that I had to pin, in the eyes of the law, that politician is wrong in all ramifications and must pay for it. Has anybody disputed that in any way? No. As in, how do you have ears and cannot hear? Are your ears for decoration? Or maybe we should do it in sign language so that you can understand.
DF, I think people just want you to keep hammering on the point.
They just want that point. Now, the person, my problem is in the eyes of the law. What do you present to the law? Evidence. My only question is, how was that evidence gathered?
Exactly, and that will even be the major case. Yeah, that video look relevant, but what we first be questioning
at the same time,
how authentic is the video? That's number one. Number two is that are they so sure that that video is even of good quality? Has it not even been caught and joined? You know, there are so many things that the film is talking about. What that
Josh, I want to bring somebody. Can I bring the person, Mr. Minister of Enjoyment? Can we just bring Josh? Thanks so much. I'm ending after this guy. Thank you, Josh. God bless you, Josh. Femi, I'm ending with you guys. Minister of Enjoyment. Okay, let's hear this guy. I hope you say thanks.
as good as this case is, this is what Adifri is saying, so that you can understand. What Adifri is saying, as this case is, even if you take it to the law court, they can still dismiss that case, considering how the video was done. And Samaria is now telling us that sometimes you can de-escalate issue if you also learn how to also improve on your customer service delivery tactics. That is just the two major points they are making here. No one is defending the HOR member, and no one has said that the HOR member is actually has done the right thing. Let's try to learn with an open mindset. Everything is not gas goes. Everything is not like, oh, the HOR
it's
is
always
wrong.
all about bring them, crucify them, bring them, more do them this, more do them that. Well, if that's what you guys are seeking for, good luck with you. So how is it going to get justice?
Exactly.
He's going to go to court and file a claim that he was at
we
court.
have somebody who is going to end the live tonight. Let us hear from his side. Sadly, I've not seen any YouTube. If you want me to read your comment on YouTube, you have to buy my super chat, super stickers, and super likes. So, brother, go ahead. What's my money going on TikTok? If you are watching on TikTok, when I go watch for free, when I go one comment, I don't go read anybody comments if you not pop my money gun.
That is how you doing now?
I'm good, brother. What are your thoughts? We are ending with you tonight.
Yes, luckily for me, this is the first time I'm in your life, and I'm happy commenting on such incidents. You see, the truth is that Nigerians lack discipline. It's not a matter of honorable or senator or Uber driver. The major issue is discipline. Now, if we analyze this incident, collect something, go deliver for somebody, is that supposed to be an issue? It's not supposed to be an issue. Too much ego, too much pride, too much anyhowness from everybody. Everybody is doing the way they like. They don't even understand the essence of the job they are doing. Somebody sends you to go and make a delivery. You're asking the person to come outside and pick it. They come outside and pick it now. Ask yourself.
I think he was being security conscious.
No, hold on. Before he went for that delivery, where did they tell him he was going to make that delivery?
That's that person that sent him, yeah.
Who did they tell him to go and deliver that into? It's not a matter. It's not just because he's a senator. That's why has a friend who puts up sentiments, and he's still a human being like us. He still has feelings just like us. So there's some people you attend to. At least you put some level of courtesy. It doesn't have to do anything with your rank or position in the society. You do it because that is what you are sent to do. It's a job. Do you know that there's a way he will perform that job? He and that House of Representatives will be friends for future errands, making him more money in his, putting more money in his pockets. Why are we being so much, having so much headache over things that we should not even talk about?
Simple thing.
He knew that Uber driver. He knew what he was going there to do.
He took advantage of his weakness.
Because when he got there, so there are some rich men that when they're only rich men outside. When they're in the comfort of their home, they do normal home things. So he came out to take possession of that this thing himself. Yes, sir. So my brother, come inside and bring that thing for me. You said, okay, you must come outside and come and collect it. You must come outside and come outside. You start in your vehicle. Are you not running a business?
You know, sorry, brother. What if the woman has already even informed him of the personality is going to deliver something to? What if? Oh, his network went back. What if? Oh, Samaria. What
like you're saying, what if? What stopped him from calling back the sender to say, okay, this is the situation I'm in? You know, you must not allow something to escalate to that point before you now start recording to show the world that you were, intimidated or you were assaulted or whatever it is. Before it gets to that point, what did you do to control that tension? What did you do to control it at that point? Because I guess the senator didn't just come out from somewhere and just boom. You know?
Mrs. Linda.
Okay.
Mrs. Linda, this is an academic exercise. This is actually a street exercise. I deliver service in Nigeria, and I know how you have to make your customer service approach to even be discretionary. That's what we should understand with ourselves, that sometimes you have to be discretionary with your customer service. Samaria has been giving simple points that should be easily understood by someone that operates in Nigeria. Samaria has also said another thing, a simple point she has also made, though, that okay, if you cannot go in, why can't you actually call the woman that sent you the errand and actually wade into the matter? Okay, what if the guy has done that? We'll be having this topic today. Let's not try to be sentimental, or do you expect me that because the guy is wrong, I should just sit down here and be blaming the guy all through? The point is both sides are wrong. Both sides have to be blamed. That is just my own point in the whole matter.
You see, in Nigeria, if you talk and you are honest and you analyze a situation honestly, you will get backlash.
Of course.
And I know the backlash is coming to us, so we will get the backlash. Whether you like it or not, if this was a lag ride driver, because I understand how lag ride drivers are trained and how they behave, I might have said there's nothing that the driver did that could infuriate the guy. Now, I also order things and I use Uber. Let me give you an example. Sometimes, like if I order something and it comes on a bike, my estate gate do not allow deliveries to enter. So the person has to walk into the estate. And sometimes they don't like to walk. So they will say, come and meet us at the gate. And me, I'll say, no, you enter the estate. You understand what I'm telling you? Once in a while, you will meet the one way, like Yoruba people say, Osanlori.
Yes.
The one way in head they touch. I have been lucky. I learned how to manage people very well. So I've gotten into a shouting match before, but never to the point, you know who I am? Do you know what? I can make you disappear. Once you don't, you see, that is the point where the senator lost us in all totality.
Yeah.
That was too wrong. You understand? And there is no remedy out of that. But the only angle that I'm looking at is I don't trust that Bolt guy, and I have no reason to trust him. And you cannot say that it wasn't premeditated, or you cannot say that he found a loophole and tried to capitalize on it. Like we said, if the senator was smarter, if not me, in my rage of you understand, I tell you slap out of vex. The moment you say, so you slap me, you recorded you slap me, I say, who slapped you? You use your head. Immediately I go. They will never have me on record giving you evidence.
My ex-boyfriend with them right there.
No, I don't slap you. Did anybody touch you? I was just trying to collect his phone. No, Baba, let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story. Just so you understand that people can gather evidence for you falsely. I'll give you another story. This was my ex. At that time, my ex and I were going through a lot of, if she see me for phone, she would wonder why they follow talk. I was with my wife in the shop today. Samaria called to give me one gist. I will pick the call, gist with her. My ex, you pick her. Is it that you are talking about her, or is your girlfriend? It's one of those two narratives. So sometimes I go sit down for motor talk. I don't go enter house talk. So that day, I think my son went to report to her that I was talking on the. She asked where I was talking on the phone. She now came. I showed her the phone. It got into a heated argument, and I was now very upset with my son. So I can't transfer my aggression to this. Say, you are not a woman. Why you go tell your mama? You knowing that your mama go come everywhere, go scatter. So the next day, my ex can't tear me slap in front of my pikin. I know if you touch her, I keep quiet. I say, Ashibi, you be my pikin, you be man. I go teach you how they take. Say this snitch, say you go they talk like woman. I will collect her for your hand. So the next day, the boy can't come from school early. I can't be me and I'm inside house. I can't lock the door. Say good. Oh yeah, that talk way they talk. Can't talk her for my friend presence. I don't know. Say my ex stood on time. She don't know. Say I go on deal with the pikin. So she came in around that exact. As I just one begin day, address the boy. My ex just entered the house. Goody. They start come begin the fight. Do you know that my hands were in the air like this? She locked my shirt. I fall on top of him. I still raise my hand for air like this because the next thing you talk. Then she started shouting, "Neighbors, neighbors, he's got a knife." make I do this movie for you. Neighbors, help me! Neighbors, he's got a knife. I look at it, feel like this. Neighbors, Baba. So I wanted to run out of the house. Say, Baba, if I run out of the house, at least you're not gonna say I use knife to you. As I run out, she can't lock the door. She can't begin to tear my shirt. I now ran into the bedroom. She now locked me inside the bedroom. Papa, make that the hair story. I carry my phone. I call my papa. I say, Daddy, they don't lock me inside the bedroom. They shout, say, I won't buy them. I have not touched them. My father now called her uncle. I said, what is that? My father was upset that what exactly is going on. The uncle said, don't worry, that he will handle it. He now drove down to the house. The uncle was sitting down. I was sitting there. I respect the uncle very much. I was like, Daddy, I prostrated. Please, this girl is not sleeping in my house this night. Carry her. As we're talking, police just came to arrest me. The neighbors that she was calling had called police. The police first went to Cool FM gate. Luckily, Cool FM people to get police, so they don't allow the police enter. So the police had to turn around to come to our gate. By the time the police turned around to come to our gate, the uncle had entered the house. So the uncle said, no, that he's with me. I am a well-known person in the society. Now, so I swear to God, I forgot police station that night. It was this close.
I don't know so that police, they work like that.
It was this close. I swear on my life, I don't touch him. I don't touch him like this. So, you where they hear neighbors, you hear a woman shouting and crying. You are not there when she's doing like this. I want mad. Then, so that I will not run out. So that when the police, because they don't plan, say police, they come. They don't lock all the door. Lock me in. God will say, I'm not going to enter trouble that day. See, I call my papa can't call her uncle. I for the police now. They will have had a police case established against me. I'm not making this up. So people can do anything to gather evidence if they want to.
Yeah, true.
Now, I'm not saying that's what happened. I am saying, why are we believing that this did not happen? Knowing the way people are sharp in Nigeria, why are we ruling out? You see that senator, that I also remember. He go pay. F4, that one will learn. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because even if they set you up, you suppose get sense now.
Don't play.
How did they talk say you slap me? You talk say yes, I slap. Lori camera and to your law.
Exactly.
How?
Everybody.
If they talk, they go. No one to keep quiet.
That if you know, he's not aware that the guy was actually recording him. He was just.
He knew.
He knew.
Yeah, he was on his face.
Anyway,
was like this.
Anyway, before we make more enemies, I've blocked at least 100 people today. Once I see that you are not being objective, you are saying I'm biased. How am I biased? Because I say me they check the guy. That recording to me, everything was too prim and proper. But first things first, street sense. When everything is too well arranged, it's a problem.
It's too clean.
If you grow for, everything's too, you understand? So you have to prove, and the lawyers will prove, and they'll go and fight in court. And at the end of the day, of course, the House of Rep member has embarrassed himself and embarrassed us and his constituency. They say he has done a lot of good work. All that will be forgotten now. And he's going to be suspended and blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
But guys, there's also a message to you out there. If you come to Nigeria, all of you, they make plenty mouth. You'll come to Nigeria, and Uber driver will deal with you in this Nigeria. Then your brain will work. And when your brain works, don't call me. Bolt drivers, I beg you in the name of God, you guys can do a lot better. You can do better. Get better cars, behave better. Sama baby, thank you so much for coming live. Thank you for being objective. Femi, thank you for being objective. I wanted to bring more people, but sadly, Instagram is not allowing me to bring more people. Once you brought a certain number of people, their head will just scatter. Those of you who are sitting on one side, believing one thing, may they not set you up in this life. I'm not saying they set anybody up, but I'm just saying that,
and I
don't talk my
you to know that if you get house help for house where you the woes because you know go errand well, there's no difference between you and that honorable member. The only reason is that he was recorded.
To the glory
so
of
that's
God.
it.
I thank God I don't have anybody that I was. No matter how you annoy me, do you understand? No matter how you ginger me, I try my best. Even if you slap me, I'm not going to touch you. You understand? But if you slap me inside my estate, it go long for you small, because they go carry you. And when they go carry you, go phone no go day. So you will understand. And it will be done legally. Now police gonna go and go carry you go. So it's a lesson for all of us to learn. Our honorable brother, bro, you not try. But also, Bolt drivers, please, I beg you in God's name, call your drivers to order. Please. Let's have a better Nigeria. Everybody is responsible. I think we end here. If you have any comment, I'm not going to post the video, so you're not going to see the video, because as usual, people will have the opportunity to come and be talking. People will hear what we say and go and type another thing like they are deaf and dumb. So in order to avoid that, no need for further argument. You've enjoyed the video while it was live. Goodbye and